Hello, I wanted to briefly talk about JD Vance was on Joe Rogan's podcast. I listened to that to try to say it as quickly as possible. If I had the option to, I would vote for JD Vance today, but I am uncertain that he will be the candidate. I do not love him. He's just my most favorite, so I was excited to hear this. And I listened to it passively, and I was really struck. 30 minutes in and then like an hour and a half in, he says nothing. Like he says nothing the entire time. I am not like big on the issues of Epstein was the big one and stuff like that. And they talked about the White House event for a while, UFC, and I just didn't care. But on top of that, JD Vance didn't really say anything that you could stake a claim that he has. I've heard people critique that about him. I've heard a lot of critiques. I'm not saying he's great, but I was really struck that it's just like we're kind of, as I see America currently, we don't, the city is like the man. And so we don't have certainty about the future. Populism is on the rise. And of course, the populists are going to say, this is a good thing. But you see it more extreme on the left as you see the Democratic Socialists taking more power. And then as you see, Trump is declining in popularity, but I canvass a bit. And I'm amazed at the amount of people who say they strongly support Trump. Gas had risen by $1 and they were adamant. Like he was their man. And so these people, after the Trump, I'll call it disparagingly, Trump cult, Trump dies, where do these people go? I've had people in my life say that people will just go back to normal, which is absolutely not going to happen. These people have some fake, for sure, but some real gripes and issues with the current government. And who's going to speak to them? Me and my buddy, we've always thought that Trump is not the problem. The hysteria over Trump is overblown. But Trump is paving the way for someone who will be able to grab power and enable to impose some vision that he has. But in reality, will just be destructive. So yeah, that was my thoughts a little bit on contemporary politics and the podcast. I would completely skip it. He said absolutely nothing of substance. But if you have any thoughts on what I said, I'd love to hear what you thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.